In an earlier video, I discussed the stress response, the short-term and the prolonged stress response, and how that negatively influences your health. Now I'm going to give you some tips, nutritionally speaking, that you can utilize at your repertoire for dealing with stress effectively. Essentially, with stress, you have more glucose being utilized by the body, potentially, and more nutrients being burnt off. More antioxidants are required. These are vitamins like vitamin C, A, beta carotene, vitamin E, minerals like zinc, selenium, as well as other minerals are required during stress: magnesium, iron, potassium, sulfur, molybdenum, right? Many trace minerals are being utilized during the stress response and therefore can become depleted in times of long-term stress. So ultimately, you want more nourishment, nutritionally speaking, from a wide variety of foods. You want foods to be foundational in your diet as your main source of nutrition. And you can watch other videos about holistic nutrition that we have posted at Fresh Start, as well as our Sacred Seeds. Utilize those content for your own needs so that you can build up your own repertoire of holistic foods. But when it comes to specific nutrients for stress, you can supplement them or you can add them in through superfoods. B vitamins are burnt up in stress, so a good source of B vitamins are yeasts. If you can tolerate yeast, about a third of the population cannot. You should try yeast first and see if it's an issue. Many people like me have allergic symptoms to yeast. However, if you're good with it, brewer's yeast as well as nutritional yeast are great sources of B vitamins, probably the highest natural sources of B vitamins. Other foods include algae. Algae, in my opinion, are my favorite option for B vitamins. Algae like spirulina and chlorella, these are beneficial with dealing with stress. It helps to increase the oxygenation so that you are getting more oxygen to your tissues. Because of the stress response, more oxygen is required. So this is a great food. Anything on the green spectrum is also going to be high in vitamin B vitamins. So getting in leafy green vegetables, herbs. Many herbs are adaptogenic. They help you deal with stress effectively. These are herbs like ashwagandha, astragalus, rhodiola, medicinal mushrooms like shiitake, maitake, as well as a wide variety of other herbs, even licorice root. Okay, there are many of these herbs at your repertoire that you can use culinary or therapeutically in your diet to deal with stress effectively. I love medicinal mushrooms, and that's an option that I think you should consider. Really though, the key way to deal with stress is to recognize when you are feeling stressed and to observe that sensation and how it's affecting you. Notice how it affects the way you speak. You may speak erratically fast, or you might be unable to digest your food effectively. You might be eating your meal really quickly, swallowing air, not being fully present. So take a few deep breaths, bring yourself back to the present moment, and recognize whether you really need to feel stressed out right now.